Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you're all staying cool. It was 95 degrees today here, and I spent most of the day in the basement painting where it was nice and cool. So today I wanted to show you guys something that I'm really excited about. It's called Scale Color, Scale 75 paints. Stumbled across them actually after one of their Kickstarters that I did for some miniature busts. That I decided to try their paints because it's supposed to be really good quality and have a high pigment, and they come in these boxes that are 8 to a set. Got one right there. So the sets are all kind of done to be similar colors, similar genre, non-metallic metal, metallics, browns, yellows, and reds and such. So it really makes it easy if you just want to kind of get paints for a certain project. You're painting corn guys, you can get the one that's all red, and it will give you dark red through light red and yellows and oranges and stuff. I'm really impressed with how good the color is, so I'm just going to show you just using a little drop of the yellow. I mean, barely even enough to cover any of my finger. And I'm just going to go right over black primer. And yeah, it's coming out a little greenish, a little thin. But honestly, 2 coats of this over black, and I think it will come out really, really bright. Over white primer or gray primer, I think it would do even better. There was another model that I did a while ago that came out a little bit better than that, but I think it covers better than almost any yellow I've ever seen. I mean, much better than the Citadel Flash gets. And maybe it's a little bit duller. It's hard to say. Maybe this is more of a bald moon yellow or bad moon. Or I'm not even sure what GW calls most of their paints anymore. The things that I really like are the alchemy ones. This is the Cobalt Alchemy. It's kind of a blue metallic, and it makes a very nice effect when you use it, especially over, I used it over black primer, so I haven't tried it over any of the others. But it goes over fairly well, so I'm just going to do this guy's bracer. And I'm just being sloppy. But it covers really thin, really nicely. And it makes it have this very shiny blue color. Let me see if I can get my light a little bit better. So that's the blue. I did an entire unit of Iron Drakes with that and put a black wash over it, and absolutely loved how it came out. So here's another one. This is the Amethyst Alchemy. I never used this one, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other bracer here. And it's a nice metallic purple color. Actually, I could see this being a pretty cool effect for Genestealers, to be honest. Necrons. Anything you want to get kind of be a flashy metal color. Play around with it with a little wash and some highlights. Be really neat. It goes on ultra smooth. So here's another one, Emerald Alchemy, which is kind of a greenish, obviously. And this is the one that I really wanted to use on some high elves, or maybe those new sea elves that came out. So I'm just going to go ahead and go up here to his wrench. And yeah, that one's going on just as smooth as the other two. Might need a little bit more than one coat on the green to go over black primer, but I think 2 is going to make it look super cool. So there's the blue, green up top, the purple. So that's the metallics. I've liked all of them. The only one is the equivalent to Glorious Gold for game color. It's a little bit watery in my opinion, so that one didn't really impress me all that much. Then I got like, I think this came with the leather set. Birch color is what they call it. I think it looks more like a bleach bone or a bone color, but I've used it for different models for ropes and stuff. I'm just using tiny little drops and getting really good coverage. So I'm just going to use a little bit. And let's go over this guy's sleeve. I got a bug on there. That's what you get for having a basement. So this will probably need a second coat, but it's a very nice, rich color. I used it earlier on small spots like rope being twisted around stuff, and it covered better than this, but not bad. Second coat, and it'll look really nice again over gray or white. Probably be even better. So they also come with these little inserts. See if I can find one real quick. They give you little tips and tricks on how to use their product. So here's the wood and leather set. Shows you how to use it for different wood grains or leather and stuff, and gives you the instructions in all different languages. So it's pretty slick. I found them between $28 and $35, depending. Metallics are a little bit more expensive, but definitely have, I think, pretty good quality. They come in eyedroppers, which I really like a lot. Another thing I like is, so here's like a fuchsia color. Took this one right out of the package. I haven't used it at all or anything like that, and given it a squeeze. They are sealed until you go ahead and use a needle. You can see the paint is stopped right there. So as far as I know, this will last years. If I threw this or dropped it somewhere and picked it up 2 years later, should be good to go, because it is completely airtight sealed until I go ahead and open it. I'm sure we all have some paints that we have in the back of our box, the back of our tray or whatever, that doesn't get used for a while and sometimes dries up, or I've had them split or become runny. All kinds of things can happen to them, and I like the fact that these will stay fresh until I use them. So very impressed with them so far. I've got some more stuff that I want to do with them to play around. The alchemies, in my opinion, are where it's at. These are cool. They cover really well. They're nice metallic colors. These are airbrush ready, or airbrush compatible, I should say. I'd still use some kind of medium or whatnot to thin them out. But these airbrushed on Space Marines or something would look absolutely incredible. I've started a High Elf army based off this color green because I can't wait to use it. There are other pinks and orange hues that I might use on Bretonnians. So all kinds of different options and everything. Couldn't be happier with those. The lighter colors, the Mars Orange I used on dwarf beards a lot to use on a chestnut or a brown wash to bring it down, to make it a nice orange brown color. I'm also going to use it as a base for some Troll Slayers to wet blend or dry brush over the orange color for GW, which doesn't like to go over anything. Hopefully you'll like to go over orange. If not, I'll come up with a plan B. This is the Citadel color that I'll use, so use that as the base. Highlight. Maybe base ink, then highlight. I don't know. I'll play around with it some. But I think this is going to work much better than trying to go this, ink it, mix it with white or the medium, and try and go up from there. We'll see. I mean, here's the Squig Orange that I used to use. Squig Orange, Mars Orange. A little bit different. This is more pinky. This is more of a flesh tone, in my opinion. This is more of a lighter brown, but it makes a damn good orange that isn't that fiery orange. But for beards, hair, that come out looking natural instead of, shockingly orange, punk rock orange, flesh colored, normal-ish colored hair. So there's still, I've got 3 sets, so there's the scale 75 that I haven't even used all of the colors yet, and I'm kind of just going around looking for excuses now. They have probably, I don't know, 8 of the sets out right now. They got a blue to purple one, they got a red to yellow one, they got the brown, they got the 2 different metallics, and then I think they got a black and white one that includes all grayscale stuff. So if you're looking for something that's neat and a little bit different, these, I think, are where you could really have an easy go of finding something to make a model pop. Making a sword easily pop using this on some edge or a breastplate or something that you can make the darker parts recess with a Nuln Oil, and then using this to highlight. I think it will look really good. I'm curious to see what anyone else thinks of this stuff, if they used it. I haven't found a whole lot of videos on using these, especially ones in English. So I will be curious to see if anyone has picked this up, if anyone has used it, and what they thought of it as well. So hopefully you guys will give it a shot. I've had nothing but good things to say about them so far. They have the same problems as other paints for some of the colors, and some of their colors just coat way better than others. And these have just given me inspiration on how to do another army completely. Like the High Elves, I want to do the green armor with like a Cerebite green and white, and I'll definitely post some pictures on what I end up doing with that. Should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's got me really jazzed up, and I've been painting a ton, so hopefully you guys will at least give them a try. You can get these as individual bottles too. The price goes up a little bit more. It's like $4 a bottle, but I don't think that's outrageous to give a try to. So scale 75 color, I really dig it. I hope you guys do too.